Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I wanted to share with you everybody that our trip to Calgary. My wife and I and my mom took all last week off, and we all went up to Calgary to meet my grandparents, and then me and my wife went to the Calgary Stampede. So we left Saturday morning about 6:30 in the morning. And we kind of did a backtrack. We thought it'd be a lot quicker, because the Highway 1 is a double lane, so it goes double lane all the way to Calgary. And unfortunately, we were hitting construction after construction after construction. And we must have hit 4 or 5 of them, and we have to slow down to 60 here in Saskatchewan. Our border is 50. So that pretty much slowed us down. We should have been in Calgary by at least 2 o'clock. I don't think we got there till just after 4. And we had to fill up twice on a Civic. We filled up once at Swift Current, and then the one at Strathmore. And then from Strathmore, I punched in on my phone my grandma and grandpa's address. Took us right downtown, and it was pretty awesome. And then there was a place just across the condo unit that we can park, and they reserved us a stall, and that's what we did. So I parked there. We unloaded everything. We went up because my uncle Darby came down from Toronto as well, just for the day. I think he came down yesterday, Friday, and he had to leave Sunday, unfortunately. But we all went to this sushi place. And we were all going to pile up into his vehicle, but it would have been kind of crampy, because he got, 2, 3, 4, a whole bunch of people, about 5 people, and it was 6 people. And I'm like, well, I'll drive. So my grandpa came with me, and my mom and grandma went with my uncle, and we just pretty much followed them, and then we went to the sushi place. And it was actually pretty good. I'm not really much for sushi, but it was actually pretty good. I had this tuna one, and it was actually pretty good. It was tuna, mango, and I think what else did he have? Some kind of hot, spicy one. But other than that, it was pretty good. And then we went back to my grandparents. We visited till about maybe 10 o'clock, and that was Saturday. Sunday, we got up early and got dropped off at Calgary Stampede about 8 o'clock in the morning, or 8:30 in the morning, because it was family day. Excuse me. And we got in for free. So that was pretty nice. And we got the free pancake breakfast, because getting into the Calgary Stampede, it was $18. So 2 people, $36. Not too bad. And so we got in. We had pancake breakfast, and then me and my wife walked around. They were testing the rides, making sure everything was functional and stuff like that. And then my cousin Cody came down around, I think it was about just after 9. It was about maybe 9:30, 10 o'clock. Him and his girlfriend came, and his girlfriend's really nice. And then we were trying to figure out all the rides and stuff, and we were trying to figure out if we were going on rides. And we got 55 tickets for $50. And most of the rides were between 6 and 5. Like 6 tickets and 5 tickets. And the first one me and Cody went on was the the log ride, and you go up. It's almost like it's pretty much like a roller coaster, but it's again water, so you come down and whoosh. So we went down the small one, and we went up the big one, and it was pretty fun. And then the next one we went on was the Graveltron, I think, and you pretty much lay up. Like you lay against these things, and it just spins, and he kind of slides up, boom, and then comes back down. And so that was pretty fun. And then we went on this slide, and even my wife went on it. So I went down. They have this thing, put it in, and you just go down all the way down. So that was pretty fun. And then I think the last one was the bumper cars. You have to go on the bumper cars when you have to stampede. And then they had to leave at about 2 o'clock, and Chrissy and I stayed till, I think, 4 o'clock. We bought like a poutine and like a water. We went and checked out the horses and all that, and piglets, well, pigs. Well, yeah, the big pig. There was a huge ass pig. This pig was freaking huge, eh? And then you got these little tiny pigs, and then these little tiny chicks, and it takes about 35 days for them to do a fully developed, and then become a chicken. So that was pretty cool, and stuff like that. We stayed out there till about 4 o'clock, and then we pretty much went home, and that was Sunday. Monday, Monday in my opinion was the best. We went to this place, my grandparents go all the time, and got like a bacon egg burger or something. It was actually pretty good. It's pretty much like sausage and egg, but it's like a bacon egg or something. And it was actually pretty good on some kind of different bread. And then after that, we went to the Hart family's house, Stu Hart's house. And it's kind of interesting after like 9 years, because the last time me and my wife went was back in 2010, and we still had that 95 Dodge. And that's when the very first time we went to Calgary Stampede. This was our second time at this Calgary Stampede this year. And we drove all the way up, and as you were coming up, you can see a good solid view of the backyard. And we pulled in and parked, and unfortunately they had a chain that says no trespassing. And then also on the other side, they had no chain, but it had a sign of no trespassing. So I took a few pictures, and they're pretty much up on my channel, up on my Facebook page. So that was pretty cool, because when I go to Calgary, I always wanted to make a stop at the Hart family house. Because the last time we were there, my grandparents drove us right up to the house, and I was peeking inside the windows. I walked all the way around the backyard and came back on the other side. So that was freaking pretty cool. But that was like freaking 2009 or 2010. Freaking 9 or 10 years ago. And now they chained it off. But what I did like about Calgary, they restored it, and they made it as a heritage site in 2012. Stu Hart lived there for 52 years. Unfortunately, Stu Hart passed away in 2003. And then they had it for sale for a while, and they took it off the market, and I think they put it back on the market in 2010. And then I think some builder kind of bought it back, and Calgary made it as a heritage site. Then that's pretty cool. So hopefully whoever has it, looks after it and stuff like that. So that was pretty cool. That was pretty awesome. And I was wearing my Bret Hart t-shirt, and so that was pretty cool. Because in my opinion, I think the Hart family made wrestling, old school Stampede wrestling. So after that, we went to the South Center Mall. And at the time, my Auntie Wendy and Uncle Chuck at the time used to live right behind South Center Mall back in the day, back in, I think late 90s. And then now they've been in Saskatoon for a while now. And that pretty much brought a lot of memories back, South Center Mall, because that's where I met Owen Hart when I was going up the escalator, and Owen Hart was coming down the escalator. So that brought back a lot of memories. And they had a Hot Topic there, so we walked around South Center for a while. We went and bought the Big Bang trivia questions. And that was pretty fun. I bought that for my wife for her birthday. And it was my wife's birthday was in March, but I said I'll buy you something in Calgary. And that's what I did. And then I went to Hot Topic because I was on the hunt for the yellow Power Ranger t-shirt. And I went in there, and she's like, are you looking for anything? I said, yeah, I'm looking for the yellow Power Ranger t-shirt. So she looked around, she can't find any, and then she phoned the other two Hot Topics in Calgary, and they were pretty much sold. They never had anything in. So I'm like, okay, thanks for the time, appreciate it. And then that was it. And then we walked around some more, looked at some few other stores, and then we went back to the car, and I phoned my mom and said, hey, do you want to come up to Cross Iron Mills with us? And then she said, okay, sure, no problem. So we drove back to my grandparents, picked her up, and then we went up to Cross Iron Mills and looked around, and we went to Bass Pro. But then I saw this Extreme Sin City place, and man, oh man, it's like it's like a modern arcade. We have Ruckers here in Saskatoon. They have no Ruckers in Calgary, so it's pretty much a modern Ruckers, eh? So you get like it has all the prices, and you get like a card, and then you just put money on it and whatever, how many tokens or whatever, and then you just go up to the machine and you swipe. So they had this huge Pac-Man game, and obviously that's the first thing I went to was a Pac-Man, and I played that for a while, and that was pretty fun. And then they had air hockey, they had pong, and basketball, and a few other, Space Invaders, and that was pretty cool. But early in the afternoon, it started to get very noisy, so we just pretty much went back to my grandparents, and I believe that was Monday. Tuesday, we went to the Calgary Zoo. Got there really early. There was like nobody in the parking lot, and we got $10 off because we went to the Calgary Stampede. Because when we were at the Stampede on Sunday, they took a photo of me and my wife at the Calgary Stampede sign, and we got $10 off. So $5 off each of us, so that's $10. And we spent it from 9 o'clock till about maybe 1 in the afternoon. We went and saw the penguins outside the habitat, and the dinosaurs. They have it's a huge, very big Calgary Zoo. You can spend all day there, and they have each area, the dinosaurs, the wild, and American Wild or something, and a whole bunch of paths they give you, and that was pretty awesome. And fortunately, they were just setting up, so some of the animals were pretty much sleeping. We never saw the lions, but we did see, I think it was like Japanese monkeys or something. So that was pretty cool. But I wanted to go inside, so we went back to the penguins. So we went to the dinosaurs. We went through the dinosaurs first, after we went to the American Wild or whatever. And then we went to the dinosaurs and saw that, and took some pictures of T-Rex and a few other things. I'm like, oh man, my nephews will love this. You will never get them out of it. And so that was pretty cool. So my nephews would definitely love that place in Calgary Zoo. And then they had this big, humongous red chair. Like huge. You could put like 3 of me in. So my wife sat in and I took a picture, and then I sat in and my wife took a picture, and that was pretty cool. So that's also on my Facebook page. So that was pretty fun. But we went back to the penguins because we went inside, and man, they were so active, and they had 2 penguins that were chasing each other, and they started going at it. So that was pretty funny. And you can't touch the penguins, unfortunately, but I guess you could actually they bring them out and they actually walk. But we were not there long enough to see that, but I guess my uncle said that they did that, so that would have been pretty cool. But fortunately, we were not there long enough. But we did see a turtle. Just walking with somebody behind it. So that was the Calgary Zoo. And we came back out, and pay stations was totally different, because we went and we pretty much did everything cash. So we had to go up and pay, that, and we went out and tried to pay it, and all it took was credit cards and toonies and loonies, So it actually makes it a lot faster. So you can actually pay. It's like only $12 a parking. So add that in, so maybe $70, $80, I guess. But $12, and you can park there for the entire day. So it's not 12 hours, like an hour or something. So that was pretty sweet, but totally different. It was really odd. We had to ask people how to do this because we don't have pay stations like this in Saskatoon. So that was pretty fun, and then that was it. And then we went back to my grandparents, and it was about 2:30. And I asked my grandma what time we're going to have supper, and she said 5. Because I wanted to go and check out these video game places here in Calgary. Excuse me. And I went up to, it's called Game Traders. So it's pretty much like high-tech Game Traders, but just Game Traders. They have 4 locations. And very, very nice store. The owner was really nice. I was asking how much. I was on the hunt for WWF Raw and WWF WrestleMania, the arcade game for the Super Nintendo. And he priced it out, and they were selling them for $10. And he phoned his other 2 stores, and fortunately they never had it, but they had it for $10. So I'm like, oh rats. And then I asked for if they had any Sega Saturn games. And he's like, on the wall, just we don't have that very many. So I looked at it, I saw Virtual Fighter 1. Did not know how much they wanted for, so I asked him. They were asking for $30. And I was kind of hemming and hawing, eh? And then I wanted to go up to the other one on Central, because he has 2 other ones. But I never made it up there. But also on the same street, there was another video game store just pretty much beside it called Level Up. So I went to that one, and all they had was Super WrestleMania. So both video game stores were pretty awesome. I really liked them. Very cool. So I would definitely check those out if you're in Calgary. And then that was Tuesday. Wednesday was a very long day. It was like a 13-hour day. And we met my Auntie Maureen at Humpty's and had breakfast and stuff like that. And my cousin had to work till 2. I thought he was actually off. And he worked till 2. So after that, Christy and I went back up to Iron Mills. And we bought a few things. I bought this T-shirt. And we bought these little things that you put in glasses. So if you have people over, they pick like there's like yellow, red, green, or whatever. If you have like those solar cups or those red cups or yellow cups or whatever. If you're having a party, you can put these things in, and then that would be your drink for the night. And so we bought 2 of those. And then, what else? We bought a few other things, and heck did we buy? I bought this, and then, and then my wife bought this nice sweater at Hockey Life. That was pretty awesome. We spent it from from 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock straight till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We also went to that video game place, and Chrissy and I played some air hockey, and then we did some Space Invaders and stuff like that. And I can actually keep using that card the next time I go out. So that was pretty cool. And my cousin, and then we were gonna see if we wanted to have lunch. We'll have lunch, and then we'll go to. There's a place called the Rec Room that my cousin Cody told us on Sunday. Because he was actually going to go to the Stampede on Wednesday and stuff like that. Because I said, well, we'll leave on Friday. So I said, well, why don't you go to the Stampede on Friday, see if we can book it off, and then we can hang out Wednesday. Because I said, we'll leave on Friday morning. And then he said, okay. And then he switched it, eh? So he came up here to 4 o'clock. It's about 3 in the afternoon, and he's like, not much for Boston Pizza, eh? So I phoned him, eh? And I said, well, there's other places here across Iron Mills. And he's, well, I'm not really that hungry. You guys go ahead and whatever. So we went and had A&W. $18. And ate it all. And they met us here at 4 o'clock. And also, actually, in that time frame, we went and filled up the car, put $20 in, and then Chrissy and I actually went up to Cabela's for a while and walked around there, and then we came back to across Iron Mills. And then, like I said, we met Cody and Alyssa at the 4 o'clock, and then we went to this Rec Room place. And it was actually pretty cool because they had a wristband. I'll just grab it here. I should have had it ready for you guys. Well, I did have it here. Can't find it. But anyway, you have this wristband, and then you just go up to the game, and then you just go like this. And that was it. So I walked in, and I'm like, holy crap. And they had this virtual racing game where you sit in and you drive in. It kind of like you hit the walls in. It kind of shakes, and that was pretty fun. And we did twice. I got my ass kicked twice. And so that was pretty fun. And then we put in enough money that we were playing racing games, and then Christina and Alyssa were playing racing games, and they went and played games. And then they had this Jurassic Park game that you shoot, So they were playing that. And then over on this other thing, it was like a zombie horror game, like a shooting game in 3D. And this was freaking hilarious. And we were in there, me and Cody were playing that game, and we had to play like 3D. And I'm not really much for 3Ds because I do get a headache afterwards, but this was not too bad. So we're playing the game, and Alyssa comes on the other side, and just scares the crap out of Cody, And that was pretty funny. I wish I had a video. I wish I had like a video that goes like this, and could have got his reaction. So that was pretty funny. And then after the game was over, he gets out. He's like, "I'm never playing that game ever again." And that was pretty fun. And then we played air hockey. There was like 4 things. They all came after me, so I was the first one out. And so they all pretty much came after me. So that was fun. It was actually kind of cool. You could actually play up to 4 people in air hockey, and we get pretty much rammed, and the ball, the little disc sometimes goes flying off the thing. So that was pretty funny. But it's actually kind of cool that you can actually play up to 4 people. And then we played this game where you had to run really fast and then jump over these hurdles. And that was pretty fun. And then we played this basketball game. Cody and I were on one side, and then Christina was on the other side, and we were just shooting the ball, shooting the baskets into the net. And not even paying attention to the score. And the time that was done, we were both at 65 points. So that was pretty fun. And then we played pool, and I was pretty much hustling hustling them, and sometimes me and my wife we go up to that snooker shack on 8th Street, and we do play pool. So that's one thing we kind of really enjoyed. And Alyssa never played pool, so we were teaching her, and she was getting good at it. Just need more practice. And then it was about 9 o'clock. We got back at my grandparents. My grandpa's like, "Holy crap, 13 hours," and all that stuff. And so that was Wednesday. And then Thursday we went downtown and walked around. We went to the Eau Claire Market, and there was really nothing at Eau Claire Market anymore. There was nothing in there. It was just pretty much dead as a post. And then it was a hot one, so we pretty much went back to my grandparents, and then we all went out for Chinese food after, and that was Thursday. And then Friday we all got up. It was about 6 o'clock. We left at 7. Loaded up everything. I got the car over and loaded up everything. You try to leave with less stuff, and you always come back with more. And so I bought my vehicle up, parked it, we loaded up. We all went to Humpty's on going out of town. And my Auntie Marine met us up there, and because that's what Cody wanted to do, because he never saw my mom. So I was texting him and told him, we're leaving at 8. We're meeting there at 8. I got to the 7:30. And this was hilarious. So all of us ordered breakfast, and my wife ordered this Grand Slam, and she did not know how much cheese was on these eggs, and there was a shitload of cheese on it. I ordered, the hell did I order? I freaking forgot what the hell I ordered. Oh, I think I just shared off of hers. So the waitress is taking everybody's order, and she goes up to Cody and says, "Yeah, what would you like?" "Double cheeseburger." And that's what's her expression, And I'm like, we all started laughing because the facial expression when Cody said, "Yeah, double cheeseburger." Like freaking 8 o'clock in the morning, like a double cheeseburger. And it's kind of interesting because some places don't even like sell like start cooking burgers till like 11 o'clock, eh? So that was pretty interesting. But like, yeah, double cheeseburger. So anyway, but it was like freaking greasy, eh? Like he got the burger, and you just see the grease just coming off the freaking burger, eh? And he already dripped on himself, but that was pretty funny. Freaking just priceless. Just priceless. And after that, we all said goodbye and we headed back the old way. We up to Highway 21 and went straight down, and we hit three hills. And I should have kept on going straight, but that three hills kind of turned me. I'm like, well, I don't remember three hills. So we went through Drumheller. We made a quick stop at Drumheller and then all the way out up to Hannah, and it actually connected onto Highway 21. But we got home about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so we left about 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 hours. We only made one stop at Hannah to fill up, and that was it. And yeah, then we just got home and pretty much relaxed, and yeah, so that was the trip to Calgary. Very fun. Hold on. It was very fun. Like I said, the last time we were up there was 9 years ago. 9 years ago. But it was actually a very fun trip. Didn't have to worry about a $400 bill like last time. And for gas, it did pretty good. Just $100 from there and back. So that was pretty cool. So the Calgary trip was very fun. Very enjoyed visiting with my grandparents and my Auntie Marine and my cousin Cody and his new girlfriend, and all in all, it was an awesome trip. So that was our trip to Calgary and to this Calgary Stampede. Unfortunately, they had a few horses that they had to put down again, and they had the same thing happened in 2010. They were getting sick and they were putting horses down too. So I don't know, but that was our trip. Very enjoyable and very fun. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys soon.